Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Exotic Astrology. Nice to see you back. And this is a very interesting thing which I learned recently. And the topic of this video is learn to predict just using nakshatras. Of course, this is an example chart of a Pisces ascendant. It's written ASC ascendant is Pisces Uttar Bhadrapada 3, but I have not included the horoscope to make it a bit different. Generally, we always see the North Indian or South Indian style horoscopes and we start predicting. But today, I will teach you something which you can use without even looking at the horoscope. Alright, so just by the flavor of the nakshatras, just nakshatras and nothing else, not a single horoscope you need to see, just the nakshatras, that's all. So for example, if you think what could be the career for this person, how would you analyze? You may think, okay, maybe this person is Pisces Lagna, so that means Sagittarius is the ninth house, sorry, the 10th house for this person. And does he have any planet in Sagittarius? Wow, Neptune is there, but we have no idea of what Neptune does as per Vedic astrology, or we don't consider it. So you will see technically the 10th house is empty as per Vedic astrology. So then you might be clueless, or then you might think, oh, the 10th lord is Jupiter, he is in Anuradha. So maybe that gives you some clues. But suppose you did not know that this is a Pisces ascendant. Now you know it because I have written it there. But suppose you did not know, then how would you say? Or suppose you had not seen the horoscope of this person. You just had this list without the ascendant Pisces. Then how would you predict just by using the nakshatras? Well, it's very easy to do that. So of course it's difficult to be 100% accurate, but at least you can get an idea. So for example, whenever we are talking of career, we need to check certain planets irrespective of the horoscope. The first planet that we need to judge is the sun. Okay, sun is very crucial because sun is the one of the karakas for the 10th house. He is the karaka for name, fame, power, position and authority. So you will see this sun is in Jyeshtha nakshatra here. Now for Pisces, of course, Scorpio is in the 9th house, but let us keep it aside for some time. Let us assume we do not know that this is a Pisces lagna. Okay, so we see Jyeshtha nakshatra is there here. Then who is the other planet which we should look for career? Yes, you are right. It is Mercury, because he is the primary karaka for the 10th house. He represents the skills that we use in our profession. So again he is in Scorpio. Again he is in Jyeshtha. He is very heavily combust. Third pada, see they are almost 1 degree apart, 26 12 25 11, so just bit more than 1. So both the planets are in Jyeshtha nakshatra. So what clues do you get? Something very secretive or something hidden should be there, right? Then let us come to the third planet. Which is that planet? You are right. You guessed it right. It is Saturn, because Saturn is the karaka for the Dashamsha chart. Saturn shows the labor that we need to put for getting success in any field, all right? So Saturn here is direct, it is in Aquarius and it is in Shatabhisha Nakshatra. So there you see, again this Shatabhisha is coming. Shatabhisha is also related to something very secretive, something hidden, or something which you don't like to show to others. It's not necessarily bad, something which you don't show, but it can represent things which you want to keep very private. So yes, this person had been a spy for a particular country, and this person did really very well. And what is the job of the spies? To take down authorities and governments, right? I mean, of course, by leaking hidden information. So therefore, you see this Jyeshtha nakshatra here, Sun, Mercury, and Saturn in Shatabisha. This is playing role very beautifully. But there are certain things which you have to note here. You see this Jyeshtha third pada is active. So whenever the third pada is active, I have always seen there is too much traveling which the person does somehow or the other. Or there is a lot of communication. And this person had to communicate from one place to the other very secretly to some higher authority. Again, this Jyeshtha is coming there. And this Saturn is in Shatabhisha, but it is not in third pada, it is in the second pada. So I have seen when Saturn is associated with the second pada, or if the second pada is very much involved somehow, then the person cannot be superficial. He has to be very sure of what he is doing. Otherwise, he might be caught. So therefore, the person has to be very meticulous and very detail oriented, which definitely he is. And Saturn is very strong. It is in Aquarius. Great sign. It is very, very, very powerful. So by this we can conclude that the person will need to use certain traits which he has to organize in a very detailed manner, very detailed. Now you see here Mercury is also combust, although it is direct, but it is combust. Okay, that means it was retrograde and then it became direct, and now it is again going to cross the sun. In fact, it is just behind the sun, 1 degree, almost a bit more than one. So what does this mean? Mercury is behind the sun. This means that the person will always have to first use his talent, and only then he can get name and fame. So talent is behind name and fame. You see, Mercury is behind the sun. Unless you prove yourself, you will not get name fame. But sometimes Mercury is ahead of the sun. So then what happens? First you get some opportunity, you get some authority or leadership role, and then you showcase your talents. It happens the other way around sometimes, I've seen. So now when we know the flavor of these three planets like Sun, Mercury and Saturn, when we get a flavor of the nakshatras, we could try to see if there are any other planets in the nakshatras which are ruled by that planet. So what do I mean by this? So let's take Shatabhisha for example. Shatabhisha is ruled by Rahu. So which are the other nakshatras ruled by Rahu? It is Ardra and Swati. So is there Ardra anywhere? Ardra is not there. But Swati is there, and who sits there? Rahu is sitting there in Swati. So by this we can understand he has to be associating himself with a foreign land, foreign country, because Swati means Swati, which means going away from your tradition. Not literally that you are breaking your tradition, but you might have to physically stay away from your Swachetra, which is your own town, own place, own people, own community. Okay, or the word Swati can mean different things at times. Swati can mean lot too much indulgence with your own materialistic pleasure, your own stuff, with your own family, friends, which becomes like poison sometimes. And Swati is the Karaka for, sorry, it's not the Karaka. Swati represents the winds. Okay. And then we check if there are any other planets also in these nakshatras. So there you go. He has this Venus in Libra in Swati. So because Venus is a natural benefic, this could represent a developed nation. Developed nation does not mean very rich and wealthy necessarily. Developed nation can also mean where things are very easy for him to, it's very easy to be comfortable. It can mean you are at a place where you have a lot of friends, or you have a good support from the society. Okay, so it's like saying it's a foreign land, but there's a lot of support from the society. Okay, so that is how you can know. And because this is Venus, this can have things to do with the opposite sex sometimes. All right, so then we check if there is any other planet in Swati. No, there are no other planets. Then for Jyeshtha is ruled by Mercury. Is there any other planet in Jyeshtha? There are no other planets. So which are the other nakshatras ruled by Mercury? One is Revati nakshatra and the other one is, so let's take Revati first. So we see moon is there in Pisces. So this sun is there in Mercury ruled nakshatra, then Mercury is there. So again this Revati thing is very prominent. So Revati nakshatra is related to Pusan. Hmm? So Pusan is very famous for leading a pack of a group of animals, basically sheep sometimes. So we could come to a conclusion that this person would be in a very big position when it comes to spying on others, because the leadership trait is there in Jyeshtha, it is also there in Revati. Because Jyeshtha is, we know Indra is associated, Indra is the king. Devaraj, Indra, is the king of the Devas, of the demigods. So therefore, this Revati, this leadership thing is coming from that again. All right. And of course, because it is moon, so therefore he has to do it in a way that other people like him, not that you are just doing whatever you want. All right. So that is Jyeshtha, that is Revati, and the other one is Ashlesha, ruled by Mercury, but there are no planets in Ashlesha. All right. So of course there are many things which we can discuss regarding this, but this was just introduction to this topic, and hopefully we will do more videos in the future related to this. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to it down below, and if you want a consultation, you could go down to the description section of my videos where you will find the link to my website. God is there with you all the time. Just look to him and you will find him. Thank you very much.